As anyone who follows me on Twitter will know, I've been rather enjoying learning Korean lately. It basically started out after watching Squid Game. I decided to find out a bit more about the language. I spent 5 weeks just learning how the alphabet works before I could learn any real words, but I really like the logic to it. So I figured I'd make a video showing what I like most about Korean so far. The first thing I'll start with is the vowels. The vowel sounds, they're all these like stick shapes. So there's an A, there's an O like that, and there's an U like that way. So you can always tell a vowel if it's kind of like a stick shape like that. Mouth shapes are so much fun because they literally picture where they are on your mouth. Like the M is this square, and then the B is also a square, and the P. So the M, B, P, they're all like on your lips, so they've all got that shape like some sort of a square. Similarly with the letters that are done on your teeth, like this J, Ch. These are, that's a S, there is a J with a little line over it, and then the Ch has another little line over it. So you can just see how similar sounds look the same. Same thing with the G, which is this one, and then the K is that one. So the ones at the back of your throat have that kind of spiky look to them. Now this is where it gets really fun, when you join these together. So if you've got a M and an A, see how they stick together? Now that is one character now. I can't separate those anymore. If I go back and delete it deletes it as one. So they join together, the ma, and then if we take a b and an a, then we've got a ba. But watch this, when I do bo, because the o is a sideways one rather than an upwards one, the b goes on top of it like that. It's so clever. And that was the first sound I could actually recognise for two reasons. Number one, it looks like a wine glass to me. I love how they sort of literally join together, they touch there. And the other reason is because I have a colleague called Bo. It's quite a common name for a man in Denmark. So I was so excited to say, hey, this is your name in Korean. Same thing with the sa. We join those two together, they join like that. But if you take a so, they will join like with the o underneath. And if you take a su, it's going to go down like that. So it's so clever. Another thing I really love, watch what happens when I do a g and an a. See how the g changes shape? It's not that spiky shape, it just sort of curls around like that, which I think is so nice. Then the same thing if I put a go, they just like wrap around each other, which I think is just beautiful. And then you can also do those two together. You have g, o, a. Watch what happens if I do this, g, o, a. They just sort of join together into one little block like that. So that, if you think about it, a g, o, a sounds like gua. So that's where the word gua, that's what that looks like. And when I realised you can join these syllables, these letters together into syllables, I immediately thought of the word bab, because I know this chain of restaurants called On the Bab, right? So b, a, and b. And you see how they sort of, one goes underneath. I think it's so cute. And so I wondered, actually, what does that mean? Since I realised that must be a Korean word. So I went and I typed in bab, and look, it means rice. So on the bab means on the rice. So much fun. My final word I'm going to show you, I'll just spell it out one letter at a time first. So s, a, g, o, a. And look, I've taken like this sa from here and this gua from here. So we're going to join them together. But look, when I do this, sa joins together, then I put the g, it puts it underneath because it thinks it could be sag. That could be a valid syllable. But when I continue on to the o, it knows, okay, that's a new syllable. And when I put the a here, it becomes a word called sagwa. And sagwa means apple.
사과,
And literally, if I go to my phone now, I go and I try to write a note, and I change this to Korean. And if I type s, a, g, u, a, look at that. It's got apple emoji. So it literally, I just found it so funny that I learned a word and then I went to type it in my phone and the emoji came up for that word. So anyway, I have learned quite a lot more since, but these were the first sort of exciting things that sprung to mind. And I will probably come back soon and update you on some more Korean words that I've learned. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And that's basically what's getting me excited at the moment.